The war has long disappeared from the international news, but it recently returned to the forefront. Houthi militia recent attacks on UAE is the reason why war in Yemen has been brought back to light. This report has more details.
Houthi militia seems to drag the conflict into beyond the borders. They launched attacks with ballistic missiles and drones on Emirati capital Abu Dhabi for the second time in the past week. This major escalation underscores the threat that Yemen's conflict could reach into other regional states. The latest attacks targeted an Emirati military base hosting U.S. troops.
So clearly we have troops at Al Dhafra. So we are certainly going to be looking into the possibility that this was directed at our forces.
Houthi militia are looking to retaliate after their offensive aiming to seize the crucial central Yemen city of Marib floundered, said experts familiar with Yemen's crisis. The escalation increased when Ghalen's forces pushed out Houthi rebels and reclaimed Shabwa, then cut off key Houthi supply lines in Marib province and are now advancing into the province. Houthis' reply has been to increase its cross-border attacks. Earlier this month they seized an Emirati ship in the Red Sea off the coast of Hodeidah. The rebels also fired ballistic missiles and booby-trapped drones on Saudi Arabia and on the UAE. The UAE and the US militaries said that they intercepted 2 ballistic missiles over Abu Dhabi.
We obviously take that seriously. You've seen the CENTCOM statement. We responded to the attack, this ballistic missile attack, and we'll be in close coordination with our Emirati partners as we continue to assess what happened and what we might need to do going forward.
The rebels said they targeted Al Dhafra Air Base, which hosts both American and British forces. Pentagon said it takes this attack as a serious threat to the United States and its army.
I can't specifically tell you what the intent of the attack was, but we have to assume. I mean, it would be foolish for us not to assume that there was a threat to our people, and as you saw from the results, we took that threat seriously.
The current Houthi escalation and cross-border attacks received wide international condemnation and other Western powers that are trying to broker a peace in Yemen but reaching a dead end. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration is considering reversing a decision last year that lifted the Houthi terrorist designation. The U.S. and UN diplomatic moves failed to bring the two sides to negotiations, as Houthis have not allowed the UN Special Envoy for Yemen, Hans Grunberg, to visit since he was appointed in August. Even the most optimistic observers can't really advise on where this escalation would lead to.